Good afternoon, YouTube. What's going on? It's Mesa back at it with some Horizon Zero Dawn. So at PlayStation Experience, I got some hands-on time with Horizon Zero Dawn. Played for about 30 minutes and had a really good intro and kind of guided tour of Horizon Zero Dawn from the community manager, Jeroen. So big thank you to him. I was not able to actually record any of the gameplay, but because it was an early build. However, I used my iPhone. It dictated a whole bunch of notes when being instructed by Jeroen and answering some of my questions, as well as taking notes on the basic gameplay. So we're going to review it today. I loved it, and we're going to specifically focus on just the gameplay, the mechanics, what you do in the game, how it felt. So without further ado, let's jump into it. So one of the things that you want to keep in mind when playing this game is that there is a main story campaign, but then there's also a bunch of side quests, which you'll be able to track within your inventory. And you're going to be collecting and using a lot of materials you find out throughout the land, and also when you kill these watchers. Those you'll need to bring to certain NPCs to buy things. And if you don't have enough of those materials or need certain things for that NPC will drop a quest into your inventory. At least that's how I was told. And then you'll have a new quest to go on. So it's not just like a linear game. You go from start to finish. There's going to be numerous side things to do in terms of quests. So let's get the mechanics out of the way. So as you obviously know, it's third person. You have a number of things at your disposal. You have arrows you can shoot. You have traps. You have tethers. You have bombs. You can jump. You can roll out or kind of shade step if you're a Destiny fan. You have a basic melee with this bow staff that you have, but then also you have a charged up one where you use the bow staff, but you charge it up and it does a little bit more damage. But that's just for up close and personal, and be careful. I tried to run up on some watchers and try to just use my melee attacks, and I got killed rather quickly. So they're probably mainly just more for if the enemy's health is real low, finish them off with a melee. So in the demo that I played, there were fire arrows, hardpoint arrows, and then hunter arrows. Not really sure the differences between them. I was mainly using the fire arrow, and it will set you on fire too if you would say shoot it at something and then you ran up to try to melee it. You can take some damage from it, so you got to be careful with those. And as I was running out of arrows, because it was the demo version, I was loaded up with materials so I could just craft them within my menu on the fly. It's not hard to do. Also, when you're out about in the wild, you're going to see certain trees where you're going to pick up materials. And also when you kill these watchers, they also drop materials. These can be used to craft things, but also, I was told by Jeroen, to bring to NPCs. Okay, and those NPCs, which I did not get to see, they were not in the demo version, they will then give you, well, you could buy things from them with these materials that you get. Now, also, I was told that these NPCs will spawn you a quest in your inventory if you want to buy something and you don't have enough materials or require something extra, like an extra material you can only get from a quest, then come back to that NPC and buy that item you want. One of the things I noticed about these watchers is that the AI, they're pretty smart, okay? If you rush up on them, they're gonna run away from you. So you gotta set traps and also scan and target things. One of the things you could do is press R3 on your controller, which is push down on the right stick, and you go into like a scanning mode, which will then kind of highlight the other watchers and enemies that are out there. And then you can actually tag one that you want to attack. Then from there, you can just set a trap for them because you have these tethers or rope casters, I believe they were called, and set traps for them. Because one way you could do is you could scan them, you could target them, and then you can actually see on the floor their trajectory as to where they're going to be walking. So you could set up a trap on two sides, they'll walk right into it, and then they'll be stuck, and then you could kill them from there. Or you could just run up on one. You got to keep your distance, okay? Like, this game involves a lot of stealth, sneaking up on things. You could throw a whole bunch of these rope casters and kind of tie them down. But the thing is, once you tie them down, you got to try to kill them as quickly as possible because they will break free depending on how many you throw at them. Also, in the demo version, there was kind of a boss type-ish watcher, which was hard to take down. But what you want to do is you want to scan, which is press R3 on your controller. And when you scan it, it's going to show you its critical areas. On this particular watcher, it had 3. They're going to light up in yellow. That's where you want to shoot your arrows, be it fire, hardpoint, whatever arrow. When you shoot those areas, you're going to do more damage, take that watcher down faster. If you shoot the areas that are outside the yellow areas, you're going to do less damage. When the whole aiming down sight thing comes in, you're not actually, you're charging up your accuracy, or at least that's what I was told, okay? I thought I was charging up the damage. You're not. The more you charge your arrow, it seemed like it becomes more accurate, if that makes any sense. But also, since I mentioned before, you don't always want to kill these things, or at least the smaller watchers. Those you want to use to ride to get around to places much faster. So you would set a trap for it, you would get it to the ground, and then you would hack it. And then once you hack it, then you could get to places much, much faster. You also had a bunch of bombs that you would throw with your slingshot. So we saw there was a freeze bomb, a shock bomb, and a fire bomb. And the fire bomb I have in my notes was that's what burned me. So I'm not sure if I should backtrack. I don't know if the fire arrow set me on fire. I'm pretty sure I threw a bomb at one of the watchers and I walked into it to melee, and then I got set on fire and ended up dying. As I mentioned before, once you kill one of the watchers, make sure you go up to it, because it will have a little prompt for you to go up, and you're going to press triangle, and you can then farm the thing for whatever materials it dropped. Same thing when you find something on a tree, something will pop up, you prompt it, you press triangle, and then you pick up that material. So there's going to be a lot of farming in this game in terms of getting things, upgrading your equipment, buying things from NPCs. So that is pretty much it, guys. Just wanted to give you a feel for the mechanics of the game. I felt it was fluid. I mean, we don't even have to talk about the graphics. It looked redonkulously beautiful, okay? It was gorgeous, a lot of fun to play. I'm definitely looking forward to this coming out. I'll be covering it in-depthly on this channel. I'll be streaming it hopefully day one when it goes live in February. And also, I ordered the collector's edition, which I'll do an unboxing of when it arrives. So that's it, guys. Let me know what you guys' thoughts and opinions are in the comment section, and if you're psyched for this game. I definitely am, especially after playing it. And all my friends who I met at PlayStation Experience who also got to play it. The game's amazing. You guys are going to love it. I definitely would pre-order this thing. So that's it, guys. You know what? Do me a favor. Drop a like in this video only if you see fit. Follow me on the Twitter at Mesa Sean. Check out my stream. Use you on YouTube. And that's it. I am out of here like Vladimir.